første tegn på ondt i halsen?
Ja, bare det ikke bliver værre.
Hvorfor ikke prøve?
Hi, thank you for watching Esailing TV. You can follow us on different social medias online. Go to twitch.tv/esailingtv and follow us, or just go to Twitch, write Esailing TV in the search area. Then you come to our channel. Here you can scroll down, see the rest of the social medias we are on. YouTube, Facebook, homepage. Please subscribe. Get direct notifications when we are online. You can also go on the videos. If you didn't watch the last live show, you go here and see it. You can also see some of the clips we are doing, or clips some of the other viewers have been doing. Are you more the Facebook type? Then please go to Facebook, write Esailing TV. Then you will get to our Facebook page. When you're in the Facebook page, you can see the live shows. We're doing live shows on 2 channels, Twitch and Facebook. But when you're scrolling down, you will also see clips, small clips, learning videos of what we're doing. Here we're attacking people. Here we're attacking sports federations. So a lot of people will know that we are live. Please share, please like, please follow us. We're also on YouTube. Go to YouTube, write Esailing TV. If you're going on Esailing TV, you can see a lot of videos. Right now, more than 100 videos are online. Here you can go back in time, see some of the races, or see some of the really good duels we have. You can also see a learning video. We're placing everything up there, but we're not sending live on YouTube. I just have to say thank you for following Esailing TV. Please subscribe, please like, please share what we're doing. Together we're growing Esailing TV and Esailing in total. Thank you for watching.
Hello and welcome back to Esailing TV. My name is Thomas Bjørn Lytti, and I have to say good morning, good afternoon, or good evening to everybody. We are back on Esailing TV after a small break. We just had a small vacation for a week after been doing Esail GP in Marseille, after been to this fantastic event, Barcolana 51. In Trieste, Italy, where we have the online sailing school sending live from there, and also have a fantastic live final. And today we are doing some random races, but also we are going to watch the online sailing club and follow them. And who else to bring into studio with me today than a favorite American guy with me today? Please welcome Norman.
The American Norman, Wind Whisperer. Hey guys.
Yeah. Wind Whisperer is with us in studio today. This is going to be fun. And I just have to say to everybody, we are not at a live final or anything else, so we have to chat with us. So if you have any questions for us, just write in the chat and we can talk about it. But Norman, how are you?
I'm fantastic here in Florida. Nice sunny day after a stormy weekend we had. We had a, what is it, Nestor or something like this? It's a tropical storm that came through, and there was lots of wind, good sailing weather, as a matter of fact, or windsurfing weather, or for the Gulf of Mexico, we actually had some waves, so you actually could surf boarding. Kind of nice.
Oh, cool.
Really good. Otherwise, we're back to normal. 99% humidity. We're good.
Yeah, good. I can see the sun is shining and you're getting sun over there. Here in Denmark, it's getting cold. It's -degrees in the night. It's windy. It's raining all the time. That's also why I'm getting more and more pale. So I'm getting more and more white, where you're getting more and more, how can I say, sunburn.
But I heard you got to have an opportunity in a couple of days to go into a sunny Bermuda, my friend, and you just came from Italy. I thought you got lots of sunshine.
Yeah, sadly, but in Italy the sun was shining, everything was good, and Lenoir, welcome, and we also say hello to you up there. I have to say, sunny weather, fantastic weather, but I had this fantastic work of building up an e-sailing school and doing some videos, some marketing material for them also. So I was busy working, but I also had one day enjoying the good weather. But when I'm going to Bermuda, we're going to commentate the World Championship 2019 in Bermuda, and that's one day of work, and then we're going to see the beaches.
The beaches, and I heard some good burger, huh?
yeah, maybe. Yeah, maybe. Norman, before we're going live with the Online Sailing Club today, we see there have been some updates in the game. Let's try to go into it. I just read in the news there's this new reward system.
Yes.
Can you guide us a little bit through it? Because I know we've been discussing in the Online Sailing Club what it's all about.
Right. Well, as you can see in the picture, we have 4 barrels: the blue, the yellow, the black and yellow, and the rainbow-colored barrel. And each of those has J points, the green ones, and it has the red coins as well as the blue points. And each of them have a certain thing, and I think most of you know what it means. And the new system, how it works, I think the less experienced sailors, so basically level from 3 to, I want to say, 8 or 9, get more rewards in the barrels in itself. And as more as you go up in your level of experience, let's say 9, 10, level 11, 12, or 13, the barrel amount will be less. That's what we experienced. And so the benefit of all these things is, number one, that we have, especially for the younger sailors, you have more chances of getting the green J points, so you can purchase the race help, which is very helpful, because we have 5 options of purchasing 5 different things before the race starts for each race. And so with the race help, you can do that. So it's a really good opportunity for you to collect some J points. We no longer have to wait for the barrels to open, because depending if you came in 7th, you had to wait 7 hours for the barrel to open. And nowadays, you finish a race and you can click on it and you receive the goodies right away. So it's very helpful.
This is a good opportunity, especially for us on eSailing TV. Finally, when we play the game, we only have enough points only to go in and play 1 or 2 times, but it's going much better now with all the helping lines. And Norman, furthermore, we're going to today see the Online Sailing Club doing their club race. And I know it's not with the normal race officers, Lucas Moore and Cube. So today it's Confluentia and Maradoni from Great Britain that's taking over that task. And who are we going to experience there?
Oh, well, I think we have 19 people on the track today. 20 of them. And the way I look through it, I think we have at least 4 competitors for the world champion for Bermuda. So it's going to be La Noir is going to be there, SMPG Luca for sure, Vellister 71, and Bartlett Briggs, of course, my favorite. Those 4 will be racing today with 16 others. And there's actually a few newcomers in the club as well, and they're going to be racing as well. So we're seeing some people are going to get penalized a lot as newcomers learn quite quick. That we'll find out. It's going to be a fun race tonight, I know. It's always fun to club racing.
It's going to be a fantastic 20-start race, and we also saw this fantastic way of doing back-to-back races in the Bagulana campaign. We have to say, nice performed by Lucas Moore by creating all the scoreboard, good streaming from eSailing TV, and a good organizer of a tournament. And I know a little bit secret I'm not going to tell about, but I think some others will copy that part of event we did, this structure we did it, to do their future events. So this is cool. Norman, while we are waiting for it, when does it start, the online sailing club? That should be here and now, shouldn't it?
Right, usually starts at the top of the hour.
Yeah.
And the way we actually have it in the club is 10 minutes prior to the race, you have to certify that you're online. So you basically go in the chat room and say online, and it's usually at 10 off perfectly. And so everybody's actually, it's a race to be getting into the top 20, because if you sign in online after the 20th, you're out. You're not getting to race. So here we go. If you make me bigger, I see it. There you are. Okay, we have, Sean Bond, boat, I don't know if the boat number is highlighted, it's hard to see. Alexander Merlino, of course, Enjoy N24, Velista 71, Pedito 22, actually a nonce? Right, Bartland Bricks, Jester, ESP 1731, Jonathan Koch, Cool Running, SNPJ Luca, La Mer Noire, F16, ONC Kolikoi, and Munchies.
So 3 new faces today. Sean Bond,
Right.
an experienced sailor from Japan. Munchies I've never been seen before, and a Finnish sailor, ONC Kolikoi. This is a damage from Esailing's side that we actually know which countries they're from without seeing their flags, because this guy, you see here, we can just see the Finnish flag.
Right.
He's doing something great.
He's been a fantastic racer, and we've been waiting for him to come on board onto our channel, and he finally decided to join us, and we're all excited, which is really nice to have him there. And I will see how he races today. He has never done this big race, so we'll find out how he's ending up.
Yeah, let's see how it goes. Let's see how it goes. I mean, let's take some of them. This is Lenoir. He's a French guy. He's going to the World Championship next week. This is SNPJ Luca, the e-sailing world's Harry Potter, Alec Wilkinson called him, because he has these fantastic round glasses and is a young guy, battling all the others. And then let's see, we have the winner of the Baculana final here with us, is Span 1731. And then we have Villas the 7-1, the old guy, or the grand old guy, I call him. Alexander Menino is older, but the grand old guy at the World Championship this year, going into it. And I had the pleasure to meet Enjoy in Baculana also. He's a sailor, a very, really good mood sailor, and he invited me to party. What a pleasure to be a party with him and Alberto Carrero at Baculana campaign.
Here we have 35 seconds to the start, and everybody's still cruising around. And we're racing today the J70 to start off the club races, so it's always a fun boat. And they're all lining up already, some penalties already. And it seems like if I look at the windsocks, we're gonna have a start at the committee boat rather than the pin end, because of the way the darkness of the colors are, as well as the windsocks. So it's gonna be a good start right here. So, always nerve-wracking in the beginning. You go 5 seconds, one was over, fully over. What's up with him?
Oh, see, he took the spinnaker up to get more speed. Oh, but he failed. No.
Okay, nice try. Let's say Velista 71 is on Collies right there, so he's top racing already right from the get-go. That's pretty impressive. And so here we are, just trying to find a good spot on the track now once this race started, and you want to get out of the wind shadow, because once you reach wind shadows, you're 0.3 of a knot slower than any other boat, and that's just not good. You're going to end up further back.
Let's try to go down here. Here we have Alexander Menino. He's currently number 10, 18 meters behind the leading boat. That is Villas the 7-1 and SNPJ Luca battling it. They are on the opposite side here. And they are also in a good position because they have the right of way when they're coming towards the top mark.
Right. If you're on the starboard side when you're coming down, especially with 20 boats, you have a bit more right of way, and that helps you a lot not to get penalized. Very helpful. And the people who are coming from the left side, from the starboard, from the port side, they're going to have problems finding a spot to get around the mark. But then we have a gate here, so it's a bit easier to go through the gates with 20 boats.
Oh, SNPJ Luca almost getting a penalty by Lanois, but the penalty is given to F16, Peditro 22 and SNPJ Luca. They were playing together at the Barcolana event, but here they are enemies.
So Alessandro Melino and Pedrito are both up front. Nice, after the gate. And SNPJ Luca, Lamonois, Jonathan Koch, Velista 71. Looking good. And the last one just came around. All right.
Yeah, and Bartlett Briggs getting a penalty to Jonathan Koch and getting up in 5th position. But in front it's Peditro 22, it's Alexander Menino, it's SNPJ Luca, and it's Lanois. So two going to the World Championship, one former player at the World Championship and the Italian champion in the lead.
Right, look at this. It's always at the gate marks, boy oh boy, up or downwind. It is tough to get around without a penalty. And as you can see the red flags popping up on the scoreboard, you can see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 penalties, 5. So and it's going to slow you down going upwind, as you said, 6 meters or something like this, maybe 8, depending on the wind shadow. But on top is Peritito, SLPG Luca, and Alessandro Molino, and Bart Lebrix. Top runners right there.
Three Italian guys ruining this game. They are in the lead, fighting this Dutchman, but the Dutchman, he is way behind. So let's see that fight here. The first attack comes from SNPJ Luca. Peditro tries to control Alexander Menino. It succeeded right away, and now they're coming to the top mark. Who decides to do what?
Well, in this case, it's good to be on the left side, actually, on the port side, because there's a bit more wind on the gate. So we're going, that's what I would prefer to be. We'll see how it plays out.
The leading boats actually splitting up. Alexander Mino go to the right, SNPJ Luca to the left, Peditro into the middle. But we have a fight here. The two leading boats are going to fight. This might be good news for SNPJ Luca. Can he go in from behind and take this lead? Oh, it's going to be a close one. But see Butler Briggs sneaking around on the opposite side. He's also winning meters now. He's securing in 3rd and now in 2nd position. This is going to be close.
It's going to be a tight finish over there with Bart not having any wind shadow and the 3 of them fighting for the best position with wind shadows. So it looks like Benito will be set first and Bartlett Briggs will be 2nd. Check it out.
Wow.
Ooh, nice finish though. Nice finish there.
Because of the fight in the middle, we see it often. Then we saw at that Bartlett Briggs could sneak in 2nd, and here we have fight for the next positions. We know every point counts. It's Cool Running, it's Span, it's Villas the 7-1, and the rest of the fleet coming.
We have to wait till the end for that to find out if Villas got better or not.
I'm not sure he did in this case. I've been seeing a lot of e-sailing, but we never know what the server demands us to say. And Munchie's having his first experience with a club race, coming in last. It reminds me of somebody I'm commentating with today in his first races. Got some experience there.
First time racing that, I was like, what just happened? You don't even know what hit you. And lots of penalties, that's what hit you.
But in the lead, it's Peditro 22, it's Bartlett Briggs 2nd, Alexander Menino 3rd, SNPJ Luca 4th, Lamar Noir in 5th, Cool Running 6th, Expand 1731 in 7, and then we have the rest of the players coming down there. A good start, Norman, a good start. So can you explain us a little bit more what we might going to see in the future here?
In the future? What do you mean for in the next club race? The next club race is going to be 49ers. Oops. I have to guess right now. Usually it's the 49ers coming up, and it's going to be, again, all the same 20 racers, sailors, and it's going to be different boat, different style, different tactics, especially at the start line. We'll find out how it's going to play out. It's really moment by moment, especially when how the wind is coming and how you just show up at the start line. It's so unpredictable. That's the reality of e-sailing that's happened the same way as it is on the real water. you never know how you end up because you're being pushed away, or it just happens, and all of a sudden, like, how did they get here? And then you start racing as good as you can.
And Norman, we have a question in the chat.
Yeah.
I'm sorry we're a little bit delayed because we are on the race. It's 10 minutes ago that question come. Who are your favorites in Bermuda? Let
My
me
favorite
start.
Bermuda. Well,
Yeah.
who's asking?
It's MPAC155. So a player we haven't seen before asking questions for us in the chat. I have to say, this year I go with the Turkish carrot. It's Havuk of Turkey. I think he might go in and surprise and take the World Championship. So Norman, who are you betting on?
I've been saying that since the beginning, since we know who's going to Bermuda, and I still say it's Bart Lembrix for sure.
You're saying Bartlett Breaks.
Yeah.
I know a lot of Italians will say SNPJ Luca. Then they also cheer on Willis the 7-1, but they go for the young guy. He has a huge crowd with him. And Alec, he's a little bit, he doesn't know where to go with this one.
I have to say, one of the nicest guy on this World Championship and in the club is La Mer Noire. He is such a helpful e-sailer to support any of the newcomers, including myself. He's taken the time to teach you if you have any questions, and it's fantastic. So if he would win, it would be an honorable win for him for sure. He's such a good man, and I like him a lot. So he's my second right there.
Let me show you a thing here. While we're doing club races, a lot of people are coming online and doing private races because they experience what we can do. And just see here, a lot of Turks and Germans are having fun, and with Fingerpunk also, and doing a 17 race. Now they're 15 in it. This is amazing to see how people just coming in,
All the Italians.
Italians having fun together. We can just go in, English people having fun together. They're all doing a lot of races just to get better and better for the race.
Well, I think what they've learned is that, they see that we do the Monday night club racing, and then they decided to do their own races with their own country. Let's say the Turks, the British, the Italians, and so they're all practicing for their championships or for their betterment in general. So it's really nice to see how this e-sailing is taken off, and the server is getting bigger and bigger every day.
But it's also we are really pleased that Esailing TV see it, because I remember when we did our first video how you can do private races. There was almost none in there, and suddenly people popped up, and now it's a normal thing. You do the private races to practice the boat you like with your friends when you like on the device you like, and it's a fantastic thing with this device.
I remember times when I used to try just simple sail one of the regattas, one of the challenges, and it was 8-9 o'clock in the evening here in the US, and we didn't have enough racers. There were 2, 3, maybe 4 coming online, and we would never get a start because you need 6 minimum. And nowadays you go online, it takes sometimes only seconds and you're racing. So it's quite amazing.
Oh, I just said we just started the chat now. Hey, Thomas is Enjoy saying hello. Thank you for the party last time, Enjoy. Then we have another one saying, hey, but we have TPP, whatever. He's saying he will bet on a steer. He think it's super crazy, results in all the regattas, but also have Vuk because he always are in the top of the hard regattas.
Right. I mean, I don't know. Are there any what do you call this places where you can put money on that?
No, but you can go in and maybe I have some prizes for people in the Twitter. If you go in and say who you think will win in the last tweet we did in there, I always have some giveaways lying here in the studio. I have some cool Bakulagana stuff, but I might also get something from Bermuda. The next race is coming up. I just have to go out and in the game again because I've been spectating too long, so suddenly my boat is part of the race. And we don't want Esailing TV to join in because we will lose big time. Norman, if you will take this one away for us and guide us through the next race.
Let's go. What do we got here? Here we go. So it's the Nakra 17. That's a fast boat, and actually yesterday, for the first time ever, I had a perfect score on that boat. That was quite a challenge and quite a happy thing for me to have won all 5 races in a row and be 100 points. Anyway, so here we are lining up. Again, it's the same racers as we had before. And everybody's just trying to find their spot on the race course for the lineup, for the start. The start frequency has not started yet. It gives whenever we have all completed, I'm pretty sure it will be in a minute or something. And then off we go. So there's the start procedure starting now, 19 skippers. And we'll see how it's all going to line up. We're looking at ESP 1731, just holding its space, trying to see which way to go. This is going to be as we call it, a downwind start. So the wind is going to be at 90 degrees angle, or 90, sometimes 95, sometimes 87. It really depends.
Yeah, they're going to raise the reach, as we say.
Reach start.
Yeah.
But in most cases you have your spinnaker up already, so you're racing with spinnaker up. And sometimes, depending on the angle of the wind, you might just start with a jib sail, and then once you get closer to the mark, to the reach mark, then you raise your spinnaker. And if you're sailing with a jib sail, you're more maneuverable, meaning you have more options to lift people, and that means you can penalize people. So this start is very important to be right from the get-go. Start at 0 on the start line. If not, you're stuck behind it, and you might get penalized quickly. So we'll see in a moment how everybody gets up, and you'll be foiling. So once you're foiling, you're even faster than that. So 5 seconds, off we go. And no early start. We're good. This looks great.
And let's see it from behind. They just changed the view of this fantastic upgrade. And then we see who's in front. Stripes coming in good. But a lot of penalties will happen here.
There's 3, looking 4. That's pretty good. It's a pretty good start. And then the fleet splits to the top gate. And it looks very even this time. So it's really who's up top in this time who will have a chance to make this, to go further ahead. So, and from the distance right now, it's hard to see who's where, but F16 is leading, and Alexander in third, SMPJ Luca in second, and lots of penalties at the gate. Oh my goodness, that's 6-7 penalties. And now it looks like, again, on the port side, if you sail to the right, you will be in more wind. If you go to the left, you're getting out of wind, and so we slow down a lot because we're going, upwind. You have to have the wind, otherwise you're just not going anywhere.
But see here what happens here. They are really going. It's a really close fight. Top 10 are all within 25 meters, so all players in top 10 can actually go in and win this race. It is the Nacrezza Fastboat. It is in PJ Luca with a penalty. I know how he can swear in Italian when that happens. It's Barber Briggs in third. Valentin Lisa, nice to see him in second, but it's Span 1731 in the lead.
Yeah, he's pretty darn good. But Bartlett Briggs right there, giving him a little bit of tough time. And lining up in front of him to the bottom gate again. That's going to be, wow, Bart, what is he doing? Okay, he's taking another jive to come around the mark without getting penalized.
And that could be costly. Or Enjoy with a penalty. Alexander Menino with a penalty given by Bartlett Briggs. What a pirate he is today. He's really warming up for the World Championship. He's now in second.
Yeah.
And see what happens suddenly. F16 and Bartlett Briggs are all by themselves. It's Peditro 22, it's Sean Bourne, Alexander Menino, the Finnish boat OCN, NC, and Alexander Menino. They're all fighting for the next spot.
Peditro's coming back on the right side, so watch out.
Wow, what a speed he came in there. See?
Right.
Controlling Bartlett Briggs.
It is amazing. The way, how fast you have to respond with this boat. The speed is incredible. And so to be able to react as fast as you can with that many boats, it's always a challenge, and you have to learn, and you do it over and over, hundreds of races before you're able to navigate through all these boats and the gates and know when to raise the jib and to lower it and get in the right field for the marks.
And try to see this one on. Let's try to go to the top. Peditro, he's now in the lead with 28 meters. He went to the left-hand side, where F16 went towards the middle. And where's
Yeah,
Bartlett
but then
Briggs?
now when he's tacking, he's
losing.
going to sail against the wind, so Bartlett Briggs will come back up as well as F16. So you'll see his lead will diminish, unless. So I'm looking at the wind speed. He might have higher winds, but now his lead is diminishing because they're sailing now with the wind in a better angle. Bartlett Briggs is.
But there's only 0.3, 0.1 different in wind speed, Norman. So Peditro is still in a fantastic position. He's coming from third towards the first, but Bartlett Briggs right away priority. There he is. He's now in the lead. But oh, what happened? Sean Bond is also with us now.
Right.
Wow.
It's not the speed so much. In this case, it's just really the angle that you're sailing with. So the angle gave you the advantage in the end. So that's why Bart and Sean Bond were able to catch up and be faster than Petito.
And this is going to be a race towards the reach. Let's see what happens. They will clash here. Will we have a beating?
What's up?
First, Peditro with a penalty. It's going to be Chambon. Oh, it's going to be
Bartlett
Briggs.
He's in a better position.
Oh, he's throwing dirty air.
He's throwing dirty. He's winning this one.
It's
oh
the
my goodness,
Dutch skipper coming in. Good race here.
Wow.
S16, Peditro 22, SNPJ Luca fighting his way back in 5th. Then we have a boat, the Finnish boat, Jonathan Koch. We can see they're all coming in here like pearls on a string. A penalty to Lenoir. No, he's not getting a penalty, just a bad angle. But see, he had the spinnaker up, where the rest of the fleet didn't have.
It's a finicky little finish, because sometimes it's good to have the spinnaker if you have the angle to the bottom mark there.
Yeah. But see here, Bartlett Briggs in the lead, taking a wind here. It's Sean Bond in second. It's F16 in third from France. Peditro 22, SNPJ Luga 4 and 5th. A boat, I think it's Maradoni in 6th. ONC in 7 from Finland. A good start for him. It's the first time I see him in the club race. Jonathan Koch from Germany, number 2 in the German league. Jester coming in, Villas 7-1. Stripes, cool running, Lenoir. Enjoy him 24. Maybe he got a little bit too much Prosecco in Bacolana to place this race. So, and yes, and this going, and Alexander Menino is span 1731 and actually a non-sailor.
Right.
Wow.
That was a really nice finish, and I could feel the excitement for sure to be able to finish that way. When you're racing it yourself, your heart's beating after that because you really want to get that. And he did. That was a really nice job of Bart, for sure.
It's really, really good running. And Pluplix, yeah, it's 4K we're doing in it. And Tariate, the test is going through. We have you here in studio or in the chat. So just keep writing. We love when you guys write, especially when we're seeing these top races we're seeing today. It's the club race. And Norman, can you tell us a little bit more about the club? Just for all the new ones, because we have a lot of new viewers with us today. I can see it. We're almost hitting 200 live viewers at the moment in 4 channels.
Well, the club races is really based on people that how should I say, they invited me a few months back because they realized that I was a fair racer on the course. I wasn't a pirate, and I was trying to help people, even like in the message chats, and I was befriending people, and we had conversations, and I was trying to help to support them. And the club realized that, hey, this guy is somebody who's actively racing, constantly, always there, and is being nice and fair. And so they considered inviting me, and I was like, whoa. And I was honored to be invited, and I joined the club. And it was great because then I just became a better racer after that, because I've learned so much from these club races and from the support of all the other e-sailors in there. So if you're a good racer and you're interested, keep showing up on the courses and be nice, not a pirate, but be a good racer. And I'm pretty sure you can apply for and say, hey, I would like to be a club member, and see what shows up. I mean, everything is possible.
But one thing we see around Europe at the moment, also soon the worldwide. We've seen Romania, they've been building up a club. We have seen Italy, they've been building up a club. We are seeing on Facebook there's a fight club or flight club making a club. We have the VRI sailing club, online sailing club. And then in Denmark, I know a huge project with Lucas Moore is also going to start for the Danish skippers. And I hope to see a lot more countries and skippers around the world joining in and doing these private clubs, because what I want to see is how the level of this game is raising I have to say week by week. It's amazing what we see. They're really going into it and doing some fantastic stuff, these guys.
Right. Well, we'll see. And with the changes that VRI, Virtual Regatta Insure, does to the game, they keep updating, and actually they're starting today, I believe, from 9 p.m. on Eastern Standard Time, Florida time. They're going to do upgrades on the game for the next 5 days every night. So there will be no racing in the middle of the night in Europe or in the morning, because they're updating the games. I believe they're changing the servers. They're bringing to another server, and numerous other things. Like the barrel thing that we started in the beginning is one of the upgrades that they started with, and who knows what else is showing up for us. I don't know. Do you know anything, Thomas?
Yeah, I know something, but I'm not allowed to tell.
Oh, yeah.
I have all the secrets, Norman, you know. But let's go into the next race. This is where we are here. We are here to see the Online Sailing Club in their club championship. They're playing for points in the total score, and tonight it looks like Bartlett Briggs is going to take a win.
Well, find out.
And the race is going to start here. We can see it hasn't started yet, Norman. So tell me a little bit more about some of the players you know in this game.
About the players that I know? Who should I pick? Well, I already mentioned Le Noir. Superb supporter, cool running from New Zealand, super nice guy, always helpful, always up to any questions that you have. He's always there to help support you. Well, Alexander Malino is always. It's really nice to be just in the club, because there's so much happening. You talk so much about the races. You talk about what's possible. And if anything changes or shifts, it's people just like in communication and trying to support each other, you know. And then, of course, if you penalize someone, we're being apologetic about it, even though we know that we're doing the rule game. But people are like, hey, sorry for that, sorry for this.
But one thing that surprises me a little bit here, Norman, is I'm coming from the sport world normally. Also other games as Counter-Strike, FIFA. Right now, while we're commentating this, the team I'm in, head of a Premier League football club in Denmark called Sønderjyske. My FIFA team is playing there in the Superliga. They're playing in the top match at the moment. And one thing I experience here in e-sailing is all people are quite polite. And actually the sailor culture is there. How to meet each other, how to greet each other. And that's impressive. I don't see that in other kinds of esports. So
which is kind of nice. Well, that's kind of like the sailor effect, that captains and skippers are usually very friendly people, and they do honor the rules and the behaviors, you know?
Yeah.
I mean, a captain is a title that you want to carry with honor. And not just...
No. I have a message from Enjoy M24. The reason why he's losing tonight is because he was at the Villa Siane, that's the Baculana event lookalike in Venice, where he got a first place yesterday, and a 9th place overall. So he's a little bit tired tonight. He's insane.
Here we go. So 15 seconds before the start, this is the 49ers coming. Socks are all pointing to the right. So actually, to go on the port start would be the better way to go. So who's not on the port start is going to be on starboard, which most boats are pointed at right now, and it's going to be tough. 3 seconds to go. Now if you go see one boat is going all the way to the right, boom, I think it's Bartlett Briggs. Whoever, I think it's Bartlett all the way on the right.
It is Bart.
Oh, he's up there. Okay, but they're already turning on to the port side, because that's just a better angle right now to the wind, for sure.
It looks like missiles in Space Invaders coming up towards the right side, some of them shooting to the left. But why are they attacking to the left-hand side here, Norman?
Because they want to get out of the wind shadow of other boats. Yeah. And it's more as you go to the ley line on the left side, you just basically steer up all the way to the mark. And but the last boats that are going to the left are already way behind, so it's going to be tough to catch up. And as long as we sail, the windsock's starting to change. So now if you're not on the top like Bartlett Briggs, or any other boats, you'll be sailing soon against the wind, and your position on the left-hand ley line is not as good. But here we are now on the layer on the right side, and we have Stripes and other boats already.
And Confluentia. It's actually a fight this between the winner of the Switch League and the third place here. But we can see Sean Bourne tagging in, Bartlett Briggs and Alexander Menino also doing a fine job here. See, they're coming in here.
Right. So now it's going to be a tough one after the reach mark. Which way to go, because the wind is dying on both sides. It's not really strong on either side. So, and the angle is better to sail to the right side of the course right now. So that's why you're seeing most of them go. Some of them trying to avoid it because they're trying to get out of the wind shadow, so they have a free track.
But see that fight here.
Right at it, right here.
The grand old man of Esailing, Alexander Menino, fighting Bartlett Briggs, the upcoming from Holland.
What's this?
And Bart got the penalty. Oh, it's a penalty to him there.
Too fast.
Yeah.
He tried to avoid it, and then he jived around the mark and got penalized right away. Tacked around the mark.
Yeah. And more penalties. And while we are seeing these penalties and they come around this gate mark, we have a question in the chat. Who's the most consistent players in the club races?
Well, we're looking at it. Bart, SMPG Luca, Le Manoir. I think they're one of the most consistent players who always show up. Velista 71 is always at the club races as well, and he's always really up there. Acer hardly ever shows up. I don't know if he's taking too much time at college or something. I think he's too busy studying right now than sailing. And,
see boat number 19 here, losing momentum. But we have a race for the finish line. 4 boats are going into a fight. Bartlett Briggs under attack by SNPJ Luca. Sean Bourne, he's too long away to attack the leading boat. Alexander Menino will take this win, but we will have a fight for 3rd and 4th.
You know, Bart could have been first, but with that little mistake at the mark, he got penalized, and he's still in 3rd, which is quite impressive. So, but he's leading by 9 meters, 8 meters, 10 meters. No, he's not going to make it because he's going to get wind shadow from both. It's going to be, there's just no boat.
Italian wins 2nd to Japan. It's Sean Bourne, Bartlett Briggs getting his 3rd. SNPJ Luca under attack. No, he will keep his 4th. Then we have Stripes, the champion of Switzerland, coming in 4th. And see here the rest of the fleet coming in. Oh, they're coming in a huge cluster. Enjoy getting another penalty in the finish line. It's not his best day today, but he has told us in the chat why. But that's cool. And see how they're coming in here.
Right, I'm looking at the game, you know. ONC is 19th in the end. Here we go. First, Alexander Merlino. 2nd, Sean Bond. 3rd, Bartlett Briggs. 4th, MPG Luca. 5th, Stripes. 6th, Velocity 71. 7th, Valentini Lisa. Pedrito 22. 8th, 9th is actually a non-sailor. 10th is ONC Kolioko. 11th, Jonathan Koch. 12th, Jester. 13th, Enjoy M24. 14th, Boat 88698. 15th, ESP 1731. 16th is F16. 17th is Munchies. 18th is La Manoir. 19th is Cool Running. And 20th is Jose. Jose is also a new member at the club. He's come there a couple of weeks ago.
Yeah, but it's impressive to see Lenoir. He's under pressure today. I know
on his favorite boat, no less, right?
Yeah, but maybe he's a little bit tired or trying to get ready with the starts for the World Championship. We never know about him. He's always coming in there to do practice, really practice, studying the game. And I know he wrote me from a week ago and saying this year he won't get drunk before coming to the World Championship. He really wants to win it this year. Last year it was a full party for him, and as I remember, he was one of the first players to be knocked out of the race. But he was so glad to be in Florida. And
I remember being there at the World Championship as a spectator, and then afterwards, where the big rewards came in, the red carpet event. And I know everybody was really happy with their cocktails. So I don't know what happened before, but stays in Sarasota, right? But it sure was a nice party afterwards, and everyone was pretty happy.
I know the players were quite impressed. There was a free bar, and they were coming in there, and everybody looked at them because they just played a World Championship, and everybody said hello and asked curious into everything. So it's a good start. And this year, I know it's going to be even better because it's in Bermuda, and a lot of the federations now see what Esailing can do and are doing for their clubs and their federations to grow sailing and the interest of sailing.
Right. I'm looking forward when the USA gets their own USA team. One thing we haven't established yet, and I guess I might have to start doing this.
Yeah.
I might have to organize that somehow.
We'll just have a small break, Norman, where we'll make a commercial for how to do private races. It's an old movie, sorry guys, they made an upgrade, so we're going to change it in the near future, but enjoy.
Hi and welcome to Esailing Learning. Today we are going to speak about how you can race against your friends, how you can organize something private. Normally you go into these official races, you race a lot of skippers from all around the world, we can see here, but none of them are your friends. You want to race your friends. So how can I do it? When we're going into it, we can just go to the side. Here you can see I have my friends just here in the bottom. I'm pressing in there and can invite them into what we call duel mode. Just press the green button, but you have to organize it with your friends. They have to be online together with you. They're not able to be in a race like I'm floating here, and then you can race them in a duel mode class. But I want to do something bigger, better, and together with my sailing club, my sailing friends, I go into private races, create a race. In here, when I'm creating a race, first of all I'm choosing which boat we're going to sail. I'm choosing Formula 18. Pressing in a code 123456. Don't use that code, use another code, because the server is automatically using the code to make people join in the server. When you're going in, then the server is generated, you go in and you are the admin. The one who's creating the game is the admin of the game. Here we can see it choosing the classic format of the Formula 18, racing a lot from side to side, and then in the end racing around the middle mark, going to the finish line. When we're in the race, you can see we can race up to 20 skippers. 20 skippers. So I can do a race like real life. So 20 skippers can race against each other. And I am admin, so I decide when the race to start. The starting button in the top, when I press it, the race starts. Right now I'm starting a race where I'm all by myself, so I can race and win. Normally Esailing TV doesn't win races, but today we can win the race. We're all by ourselves. So, if you want to race your friends, you want to do something special more than the official races, please go in, do private races or do dual modes against your friends. Thank you for watching, and we'll be back with more info.
Norman, this was how you could do private races called quick races today, but a fantastic tool. How are you using this tool, and what can you use it for?
Well, you can use it. Well, we use it right now for the club. We just do it quick race with a code. So we plug in the code, and it's a private race. And if you just do a quick race, everybody can start a quick race, and you can invite your friends, and off you go. You know, you can pick your boat. You can pick your boat, and then you wait until as many racers you would like. You can have up to 20 racers, and then you hit start, and off you go. You know, you can do it just for the two of you if you want to do just practice racing, meaning you take a friend and you maybe have a Facebook call or something like this, or a Discord call, and you communicate while you're racing to learn what's possible, what you can do better. So that's how I learned with Le Mans Noir. He took me on a quick race like this, and we just practiced for an hour on the course.
Fantastic.
And it's really helpful.
Yeah.
So
and
practice racing or training.
Yeah, and while we're speaking that, see, this is practice race training with a 20 boat start. Normally we only see 9 to 10 boats, and some races 6. But here you have the chance to get 20 boats in the start.
Right. And sometimes when we just do a quick race, we do that even during the club, we just say, hey, open up a practice race, and anybody would like to join, and it really gives us all another opportunity. And all of a sudden, it's not just the club races, but also just regular sailors like you listeners right now. And we're all racing with all of a sudden 12, 15, 20 people. And it's a fun race too, because there's no championship, there's no, just see what happens. And it's a really nice, fun way to race without having to go for, the best leaders, just to practice and have some fun.
Let's try in this start to follow Bartlett Briggs. See how he's sailing around and switching. So let's see what he's doing. Well, let's see it here from the 3D angle here. I know normally we'll see it from top how he's positioning, but see how tight this is. See how close they are to each other.
So he's positioning himself about right here, which is a really good position. And so you can luff up people, meaning luff up the boats. I mean, you can push them to the right, so that would mean you penalize them. Same to him right now. Whoop, he could almost get penalized there, but somebody else penalized Petito. So now you're positioning yourself on the line. It's a really tight spot to be in, and he does such a fine job not getting penalized. So he just sails above everybody right now, finds a hole, getting in. 4, 3, 2, 1, start. And
got off. A penalty just, and a false start. Wow. Next time we won't follow him. It's the commentator's curse we just placed on him. But it's
done it again, Thomas.
Yeah. I can always decide who's going to win and who is not. But here's the start. It's Willis 7-1 in the lead. He's going to the right-hand side. And the opposite side, we have Cool running and Enjoy M24 going in.
Right. Let's see what happens here. Being in the middle of the course right now is good because of the right to be on port tack at the moment. If you're already on the left line, on the ley line on the left side, then you are in a really good shape right now because you just have to sail up in the right direction with the wind giving you an advantage. So wherever's on the left side is going to be good. The boats on the right here are going to go sail against the wind. As you can see, the ley line is very narrow and tough one to catch up. So anybody on the left is going to be really good.
And Bartlett Briggs with his second penalty already. This is not his race, but normally they have a discard. I'm not sure they have that tonight. It's back-to-back race. Here in front we see a penalty also giving to Jester for sailing into the leading boat, Jonathan Koch. But they're going to this gate mark. They will
look at the boats coming from the left. They have free rides. They have good positioning. The white boat right there going stripes. Just got penalized. No, he gave a penalty, so he's doing really good. Now, though, on the other hand, now he's not on the good side with the downwind. But the boats on the left side, the whole clunch of boats, are an advantage. But they have a lot of wind in their sails from other boats, so they're going to slow down. So Stripes might be in a really good position coming back to the bottom gate, for sure.
But he has an issue. The other boat has right away, so if he's getting touched by them, he will get a penalty.
Wow, the boat speed, because of the wind, was much higher, so they were faster. Yeah.
And there, Stripes got a penalty, as I told, this time by F16 instead of.
Right. F16 is a good sailor. He's really doing a fine job, but he got fine job. Yeah. Jonathan Koch, of course, one of the excellent sailors for sure.
Number 2 in the German league, only beaten by Bundesliga team, also called Jung. There we met him at Kieler Woche, a high tower. He's higher than me. He's 2 meters and 6 high, so I have to look up for a short moment. So, but see how they're clustering up in the middle. This is a fight. Number 19 pushing.
When you're inside of that cluster of all these boats, it is really, it's a tack jibe energy, because you don't want to get penalized. You want to penalize someone so you can get advantages, but it's, boy, if I look at Jonathan, he is doing his own race. There's nobody can catch him because there's no wind shadow, nobody battling him, and everybody else in the center, as we can look at it right now. Doesn't matter who you are always prone to get penalized. And wind shadows. And now the boats coming from starboard, having the right of way, penalizing other boats.
But see what happens here. Sean Bond and Action on Sailor sneaked in. They're going to fight for second and third. It's Jonathan Koch taking the win, but who's going to take second and third? Sean Bond or Action on Sailor / Confluentia, who will take it tonight?
Yeah, John Bond is. Ooh, this might be tight. I'm surprised that actually a non-sailor is trying to attack him because he was in the lead already. So he's going to win this one as the second player. And then Sean Bond third and 19 is going to be fourth.
Let's go into the cluster here. Let's see how they're fighting. Wow, they're clustering up. It's all by avoiding it. So there we go. It's Stripes. It's Jose. It's
But look
Jester.
at Bartland Bricks in 7th right now. That's pretty impressive if he gets it.
In 6, according to server. Let's see why he's getting in. He's coming way from behind and actually taking the win. There we go. Rest of the boats coming in. Munchie with the last place again. But Jonathan Koch from Germany with a win. Actually a non-sailor second. Sean Bourne third. We have SNPJ Luca fourth. The Finnish sailor ONC fifth. Bartlebrick sixth. That's impressive.
Sixth place after he started in a false start and over the line. I mean, good.
And 2 penalties. So that's
Wow.
impressive. Jester, Jose, Lauroa, Valentin Lisa, Willis the 7-1, Enjoy M24, Cool Running, F60, Stripes, Alexander Menino, Petito 22, Span 1731, and I think it's Maradoni 90, and Munchie is getting a little bit beat up, all learning, free learning points
Yeah.
today.
If you think you come onto the club racing for the first, you may think that. It ain't gonna happen. As much as I think you know you do a good sailor, you have done a lot of racing. Yep, I know. No, you're not going to make that because you're learning how to race with 20 boats, and you learn fast because the first 6 races you'll be ending up somewhere in the top 15 and below.
And below.
Meaning 15, 16, 17, 18, or 20 is somewhere in there. Nothing else.
Nothing else. And I have to say, the Turks are doing it again. They're doing a 20 skipper race also in the private race. Why would
Can you tune into that? Come on, click on that.
No. We are following the Racing Sailing Club tonight, and they're ready with, I think it's race number 5 we're getting into. And what's the format today? It's 6 back-to-back races, or what is it we're into?
It's 6 races, 1 cancellation, meaning you can sketch away one of the bad races. Just like the other ones. But as an example, with our club racing, I was racing a couple of weeks ago, and I was just saying in Discord, "Hey guys, the Turks are racing. Anybody join?" We had seven club racers, and all the Turks are racing. It was fun.
But it's amazing how you can just do a huge race together. We're just going to do this private race. You can just make an open private race, and when you make an open private race, everybody can join in. And when you're satisfied with how many players there are in there, you just start the race.
Right.
Norman,
that's one thing I've never understood. Sorry, Thomas. The one thing I've never understood is that when you have a open race like this, and as a spectator, you can click as spectator and just watch it. The spectator has the option to stop the race. I've never understood why. Do you have any idea why that is?
No, I never understand why either.
I thought you know so much going on. I thought maybe you have an idea as to why that's possible. That's always question. I always had that question. Why is a spectator allowed to start the race?
Yeah, no, it's because let me tell you, it's because last year at the World Championship, we need to find a way where we could control the race, and Virtua Regatta wasn't created to do e-sport at that moment, and one of the best ways to create control over the game is that I, as an admin, and going in as a spectator, are starting the game, so I know who's in the game, and I'm not part of it myself. So then e-sailing TV or the admins can control the race.
Got it. Okay, I figured something like this, but I wasn't quite.
No.
I hit it by mistake, like, oh, I can click start, see what happens. Boom, the race started. The people like, dude, we weren't ready.
But that's what happens sometimes. I can say that the Turkish league we're seeing in the other ways, it's with Havuk, it's with Finkelpunk. So Havuk, he's practicing with a lot of other players over there. But I have to say, is it good or bad practicing? Because the top of the top are in the club race right now. I know a lot of the other players are also good players, but let's see how it goes. we're just waiting for the next race to start, and while we're waiting for that, please go in and follow us, subscribe, and this is how you do.
Hi, thank you for watching Esailing TV. You can follow us on different social medias online. Go to twitch.tv/esailingtv and follow us, or just go to Twitch, write Esailing TV in the search area. Then you come to our channel. Here you can scroll down, see the rest of the social medias we are on. YouTube, Facebook, homepage. Please subscribe. Get direct notifications when we are online. You can also go on the videos. If you didn't watch the last live show, you go here and see it. You can also see some of the clips we are doing, or clips some of the other viewers have been doing. Are you more the Facebook type? Then please go to Facebook, write Esailing TV. Then you will get to our Facebook page. When you're in the Facebook page, you can see the live shows. We're doing live shows on 2 channels, Twitch and Facebook. But when you're scrolling down, you will also see clips, small clips, learning videos of what we're doing. Here we're attacking people. Here we're attacking sports federations. So a lot of people will know that we are live. Please share, please like, please follow us. We're also on YouTube. Go to YouTube, write Esailing TV. If you're going on Esailing TV, you can see a lot of videos. Right now, more than 100 videos are online. Here you can go back in time, see some of the races, or see some of the really good duels we have. You can also see a learning video. We're placing everything up there, but we're not sending live on YouTube. I just have to say thank you for following Esailing TV. Please subscribe, please like, please share what we're doing. Together we're growing Esailing TV and Esailing in total. Thank you for watching.
Yeah.
And welcome back in studio, everybody. We are getting ready for the next race, and while we're going in there, can you please tell us a little bit about the standings, Norman?
Well, right now, after 4 races, we have Bartlett Briggs being first with 6 points, Sean Bond with 7 points in second, S&PJ Luca in third with a total of how many points he has? 12. Then Peter Drito in fourth place with 13, and then Alexander Molino, Jonathan Koch, actually a non-sailor, ONC Kolikoi in 8th, which is quite impressive for a first-time racer in the club races, and in 8th already after 4 races. That's pretty impressive. And then Stripes, Velista 71, Le Manoir, Jester, Valentia Linza, Cool Running, F16, Boat 886, then Enjoy 24, ESP 1731, and Jose, and then last but not least Munchies. Both are new sailors. 10 seconds to start again, the Nacra 17. And off we go. I guess you're not going to click on Bart this time, are you?
No.
Okay, 3, 2, 1.
And it looks like Honeybee's coming in, so let's take another view here. Let's see from behind. See they're coming in. In front is F16 again with a good start in the Nacra.
Impressive.
Oh, that was a little bit too fast. There we go. Oh, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 penalties.
6.
But some of them got penalties before coming to the mark. So
Right.
It's impressive to see, but it's still F16 in front. Villas the 7-1 in second. S&PJ Luca, he's still good, doing a good race, but Bartlett Briggs is also in the lead with them, and Peditra 22 back in the top.
It sure looks like a bee's nest getting in and out of the hive. Wow.
Yeah.
Impressive. So, did you move the picture?
Oh, sorry, guys, sorry. Back again. This sometimes happens in the studio. There we go with the picture. So thank you for saying that. It was because I was a little bit too glad to see all those penalties coming in at one time. It's Villas the 7-1 in the lead. He's fighting with F16 and C. They will try to penalize each other. See how close they're getting to.
He's like, get away! And he's like, no, I'm not. Get away! No, I'm not. And this is how you might be able to penalize somebody, and or you can also lose the race quickly like this. You make a mistake, you get penalized yourself, and you end up really far behind. So that was pretty. Velista was pretty strong in his position. He didn't want to bunch a bit, so he's like, "No, I'm just staying where." SMPG Luca coming now from the right side and butting into the two of them. Bartlett Briggs in fourth coming up, as well as who was that? Sean Bond and another one, Cool Running coming up as well at the gate mark.
Yeah,
and fourth.
And the
That's
Finnish
pretty
boat,
impressive.
the Finnish boat also in top 10. This is amazing to see.
Yeah, really good round marking. Only a few penalties, not that much. Well, now they're coming. Well, no, I thought a pretty good clear run, but this field is pretty spread about, so you can maybe go into a couple of front races right there. That's what I want right there, and see what's happening between F16 and SMPG Luca. Trying to throw some wind shadow on him, as Velista does it right now on Cool Running and becoming much, much faster in that moment. Yeah. So he's gaining, look at that, he's actually coming on way faster, speeding up, and boom. See what happens there. Going around the mark, both shoes splitting the course, and one to the right, one to the left. And if I look at the course itself on the top with the wind marks, they're all looking pretty even right now. So no matter where you go.
But
seems
see,
to be quite
Bartlett Briggs falling to 7 this time. This is so close here. If he's getting 10th, I think we might see some really fighting for the win today.
No, I think Bart has a good position right there. He's good. He shows at 6, but I think he can easily be 4th or 5th or 3rd even. This is
and let's see.
Really, he's waiting a lot, so it's going to be lighter wind on the right side where he's at, and everything on the left hand side where Peditrito, he has more wind, and the angle is changing to his favor, so that's going to be interesting. Same as Velista 71, he's going to be in a good position with the wind changing in his favor.
Yeah, but Velista going all the way to the left hand side, we can see. Let's see from his perspective here. Then the opposite side, we can see F50, F16 and SMPJ Luca battling it here towards the top mark from the last time. They're going to this gate mark, and then they're going to race for the reach. Luca tacking in or trying to take a chance to see if he can penalize F16, but nothing happened. Cool Running, Bartlett Briggs, Peditro 22, Willis the 7-1, Sean Bond. But let's see the leading boats. It's the wrong decision by SMPJ Luca going to the left-hand side. He only has one chance to throw wind shadow on F16, but it's too late. It's going to be a win for F16. SMPJ Luca going in second, but what happens here behind? It's Cool Running. Oh, Bartlett Briggs hitting the mark.
Right into the mark.
And
Peditro
killing Willis the 7-1 with a penalty, sailing straight at him. Can Peditro go in and take 5th?
Is Bart going to get the 3rd or not?
Yeah, he's getting his
4th. I mean, yes, he is. God, he is such a good racer.
Yeah, luckily for him, Peditro and Willis the 7-1 has a battle behind him. So Willis the 7-1 came in 8 because they were all focused on doing penalties in each other instead of doing the
Boat, Jose and Joy coming in, actual boom, boom, boom. And Molino really far behind. Wow.
Yeah, but I know the Nacra is not his favorite boat. He wants the more strategic boats. But let's see F16 with a win this time. SNPJ Lucas 2nd, Cool Running 3rd, Bartlett Briggs 4th, Peditro 22 5th. ONC Finland 6, Sean Bourne 7, Willis the 7-1, 8, Jonathan Cock 9, Lamoire 10, Montes 11, Jester 12, Stripes 13, 14 to Maradoni, Confluence is 15, Jose, he's 16, Enjoy 17, Alexander Menino 18, and Valentin Lisa 19. And Enjoy, as you're writing in the chat, we can see your position 17. So yeah, you're right. It's actually not your evening tonight.
Doesn't look like it.
Yeah.
You know, I'm going to go talk back about the barrels of changes that they have made. And one thing I noticed in myself while racing and not having to wait for the hours to tick away for me to be able to open a barrel, it actually allows me to sail more or race more often. Because if I get, let's say, a blue barrel and I get like two green J points, that gives me the opportunity right away to spend the 2 green J points for the race help and go racing. And so I've noticed that I'm way more willing to race right away and more rather than having to wait for the barrels to open up in 5, 6, 2, 1 or whatever hour it takes to open them up. And so it's a really good choice of VRI to change that rule, and change that gift.
Let's see. I'm just going in and trying to see if I can see the results, Norman, here right now. That's why if everybody can see me. I'm just going to a third computer over here, and going in to see if I can see the results until now of
The soccer game, the soccer match, the
no,
e-sailing.
no, of the e-sailing here. We have it. No, it's not up there. Where did you find the result last time?
Oh, I
There,
was
yeah.
just on the chat. He showed it on
There we
the
have
stream.
it. It's okay. They're trying to upload it this way. It's okay. So right now we're just waiting. We're going into race number 6, and then we're going to have a medal race
Right.
after this one. So we have 2 races left. Race number 6, and the medal race is only top 10 going into it. So let's see how it will go with them here. Are the next server ready? No, they are not joining in yet. So we're just waiting for them to come in for the next race. And Norman, we have been speaking a lot of times about this this thing about e-sailors and sailors. I just saw on Twitter a huge event in France where a lot of sailors was invited in to play e-sailing, and it was a huge success. Suddenly, sailors saw a game where they could use the same skills as they were using on water. And what do you think about this thing? Can you use the skills in the game to be a better sailor, or is it just a game?
Both. It is, it is a game, but the tactics that you're learning on these boats, even though some of the rules are not 100% the same rules as they are on the water, but it gives you a really good advantage to keep practicing certain skills. And so you can gain an advantage, I think, as a real sailor to use them on the water after you practiced some of the e-sailing. And it gives you some time to practice what you love to do, which is sailing. Same with soccer players that soccer, or same with Formula One racers. They practice on the Formula One track on their computers. So I think it's a really good way to add to your skill. Again, tactic wise, sailing wise, you don't sail.
You don't sail this way in real life, but
No,
tactic and strategic and
tactics.
mindset. This
Right.
is a good game, the inshore game for it. And now we're 20 seconds for a new start. These starts we're seeing here, if we're seeing them in real life, it could be amazing. But let's see what happens. Oh, we have a boat coming from the outside with speed here. It's a little bit too early to come in with speed. It was Alexander Menino having some fun. 3 seconds. And there we go. 1.
And Bartlett Briggs looking good again.
Valentin Lisa with the best start. F16 Bartlett Briggs. Span 1-7. SNPJ Luca is in top 4 also. So we're going to have a fight, I think, between these 2 skippers. Wow, they're splitting a little bit up here, Norman. Explain why.
Well, they were at the start line and they decided to go on the port track right away, rather than dealing with all those wind shadows that you see. All those light blue colors are wind shadows, and you're in it, you're losing 0.3 of a knot towards the other sailor, and so it gave him a bit of advantage to be away from that. And it's also depending where you were on the start line. So if you were all the way on the boat light side, then you choose to port tack afterwards to get out of the wind shadow and have some advantage. And all the other boats that are below it tacking away as well. So there's always this give and take. If you're on top, boom, you're gonna make it through all the way. And we'll see what happens here.
They're coming up here to the right lay line. It's Sean Bond, it's Span, but it's SNPJ Lucas sneaking in to take the lead. No, Span is a little bit faster than he is.
Three abreast right there.
And see what happens with Bartlett Briggs penalty. So he's dropping to position 10.
He's going to lose some more. Right now on the stretch, you're usually so fast, and if you're penalized, you're losing at least 12, 15 meters on that little stretch.
SNPJ Luca trying to run away from the others by going towards the middle. Will is the 7-1 following him. Sean Bond attacking from the left-hand side. But Luca, he's doing a fine job coming around the gate mark first. Sean Bond getting after him, trying to penalty him, but didn't manage to do it. So close there.
Right then.
And why choose Sean Bond to go to the right-hand side and SMPJ Luca to the left?
Again, depending on your position. If you look at the windsocks, you want to make sure it might have been good to go to the left this time and then tack around or drive around so you can go with the windsocks.
But it looks like Sean Bond did the best strategic move there.
Right.
He's in the
That's
lead now. And Luca is dropping to second. He actually lost around 12 meters on that maneuver.
Right. The wind was better on the port side, left downwind rather than to the right. And this time at the last, going back down to the last to the finish line, this is gonna be he's in the lead. Sean Bond is in the lead. Nobody's gonna take it. 16 meters. 15.
You can still lose it if he's tacking away, but as long as he's doing what he's doing now, SMPJ
He's
Luca
losing here and there, but I don't think he's going to match unless something happens. But then with Vellister right behind it is going to get wind shadow the game from Stripes. So
Stripes and Vellister is going to fight,
Vellister does not give SMPJ Luca some wind, so this is. Now he's keeping the spot.
It's Sean Bond with a win, SMPJ Luca in second, but who will take third? Is it going to be Vellister or Stripes? Oh, it's a close one. Vellister, the computer says, but let's see when the results come in. And we have another fight here for position. Jonathan Koch getting a penalty, and that will mean that he's losing 2 positions in the very tight race in the end.
This is something to learn when you're on the to not panic if somebody throws you a wind shadow. In most cases, you can hold them off or sail through it. But I know in the beginning of my experience that, boy, was I nervous and I'm trying to luff them up or anything like this, and you lose. So stay cool is usually the best way to do.
Sean Bond with a win. It's nice to see the Japanese boat in the lead in a club race. We have speaking a lot about him in Esailing TV when we're seeing him in races, and this time he really performs and shows how to do. The Harry Potter of Esailing in second place, Villas the 7-1 grand old man going to the Bermudas in third, the Switch champion in fourth, Jester in fifth, Jose in sixth, Pedito 22-7, is Span 1731 in eighth, Butler Bricks dropping to ninth this time, Cool running 10th. At both 8-8, 6-9-8 and 11, F16-12, not his race this time. Munchie is with a 13th position, that's the best position of tonight.
Yeah.
Actually a non-sailor, 14, Jonathan Koch. The Finnish sailor not ending in top 10 this time, getting 16. Alexander Menino, Valentin Lisa and Lanoir getting beaten.
Lanoir disqualified. Wonder what his disqualification was. Why did he leave the game?
Maybe it's not his night and he doesn't want to ruin his karma because he's going to play the World Championship in Bermuda next week. And I'm going to meet up with him Sunday or Monday and see how he's doing over there. We're getting ready for race number 6. And when we have been racing number 6, top 10 will go into a middle race. So we're just waiting for the race officers, the 2 new race officers to start things up.
No more questions from our viewers out there? Come on.
No more questions for our viewers. They're just waiting for these races to start. But we're going to see the points. While we're here, let's just go over and watch this one here. Because I just have to go in and see if I can download the points and see how it's going. So, guys, you have to look at me for a while. I'm downloading things. Because or else you can't see Norman because I'm moving around with his picture in the race. So there we have a nice picture there. This is the picture after race. Oh, it's going in there. We don't want it in there. Thank you, please. This is the picture of. I'm just saving it, and then we can go in here and let's see here. And let's see, I will just open it here, and there we go. Here you can see the result just behind me as it is at the moment. It's Bart the Bricks in the lead. We just move the result a little bit. There we go.
Yeah, that was the one I gave you earlier.
Yeah, it's from race 4, but we're just waiting for the next one. So after race 4, we have Bart the Bricks. We have Sean Bourne in second. So Sean Bourne's winning is actually moving him up to a first place.
We'll find out what's going to happen in a moment. I don't.
SMPJ Luca in second, Petitio 22.
Right.
So
I think it's going to be a good club race in the end, a medal race. 2 points.
I can say I think maybe 3 or 4 of them can actually go in and win the medal race and the club race.
Right. And none of the races have been cancelled out yet. The worst race hasn't been taken out. Got to consider that as well.
Yeah, and back to Norman. There we are. So we are just waiting for the race officers to give us a new scoreboard, but we're also waiting for the next race to start up. This is race number 6, and then we're going into a middle race. Norman, this is fantastic. When we're waiting for these new race officers to do their job, it's good to see new race officers coming in. Then all the club members can see how hard it is actually to control and steer a race. So it's for the TV show and everything. So they're actually doing a fine job, but still they have a lot to learn now. It's all about having the experience in it.
Well, you have to learn Excel. If you know a little bit of Excel, you might be able to simply use the program that they have and implement it, put the numbers in. But it takes a lot of plunking in the numbers and making sure you see the scores. So you have to take a screenshot or a picture with your phone to make sure you have all the scoring right. So there's a lot of little stuff happens behind the scene to be able to see what we're seeing here, and it's so easy to commentate about it.
Yeah.
But there's a lot of effort, and it's all club members who are just doing it because they enjoy the group, the club, the sailing, and the experience, and to be able to have fun like that.
I could just see what they're writing in the chat. We're actually getting ready for the medal race, top 10.
Okay.
So, and here's the result. I haven't got it in the nice picture, but let me just read it. Sorry, guys, I have to turn to this computer over here. It's Sean Bourne in the lead with 15 points. Bart the Bricks with 16 points. SNPJ Luca with 16 points. Epidito 22 with 25 points. Willis the 7-1 with 36 points. Jonathan Koch with 14 points. Stripes with 41 points. The Finnish boat ONC Kolikoi with 42 points. Cool Running 44 points. Jester 45 points. So F16 we have been seeing doing a good performance in the last race. Didn't qualify. Confluencia didn't qualify. Lenoir, Alexander Menino, Valentin Lisa, Espan 1731, Jose, Enjoy in 24, and Munchies didn't qualify. And Munchies actually ending up in position 20, so he got a lot of good learnings for today.
Lots of munchies for him to have. Yeah, go ahead. But here we go. We have 3 top racers, only with 1. And I think that's going to be a good medal race, considering you get 2 points for the last race.
Yeah, we get double points for the last race. So if you're getting first, you get 2 points. A second, 4 points. Third, 6 points. So if
this
one
is
of
going
these
to be really tough because the top 3 are only 1 point away from.
Actually, yeah, 15, 16, and 16. So Sean Bourne, Bartlett Briggs, SNPJ Luca. It's those we're going to watch. It's a fight between 2 of the players going to fight each other at World Championship 2019 in Bermuda. It's SNPJ Luca and Bartlett Briggs. It is the vice world champion of Optimist. That's Bartlett Briggs, racing 49 in real life. Going to fight SNPJ Luca, who is sailing J17 at the Bacolana campaign and did a really good race there also. But he is the young Harry Potter of e-sailing. So he has the technology with him. He can really do things in a high level. And then we have Sean Bon, the Japanese, who really learns tactics, strategy and everything and wants to do it the right away all the time. So he pushes. So will it be a Japanese, a Dutch or Italian victory tonight? But we also have to look at Peditro 22. He actually has a chance to get into the top 3 and get a top lead.
We might see some people trying to penalize the top 3 to have a chance to getting up there. So we'll see what happens to the start line.
In this case, no. In this case, no. It's not like we saw in Bacolana. We saw the two Spanish boats fighting together. That was the Span 1731 and Cruisulator. And in the lead, we had L1, the world champ. And if Cruisulator or Span didn't get in front of L1, SMPJ Luca had won the event. But then they fought him and they made this Spanish burger with a French beef in the middle. And it's ending up getting a penalty to our dear friend L1. But now it's the medal race. It's top 10 of the club race today. Let's do a presentation. Let's go in. We have... who's that? That's Jester, the British boat. He's called Boat 88. SMPJ Luca, he's here with the black sail Peditro 22 with orange sail stripes. He's the switch champion. Sean Bourne for Japan with also black sail Vidas 7-1 with white sail. Jonathan Koch, Germany. He's position 6. And Bartlett Briggs with orange sails. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. We are missing... No, who we're missing? We're missing... The Finnish boat is not with us.
Right, bummer. The ONC is not there. I don't know why.
No.
Anyway, 12 seconds to go. Look at the cluster right there. The committee boat and then 2 boats over here on the left.
Bartlett Briggs with a penalty.
Right from the get-go.
So
Bartlett Briggs... It's going to be over. He's still first. Now he's second.
And Jonathan Koch with false start. Bartlett Briggs starting with penalty or slowdown. Wow.
This is going to be interesting because Jonathan Koch on the left-hand side with light winds will be interesting if he gets up there fast enough. And the rest of the boats trying to get for positions right there is throwing them wind shadows left and right. Yeah. And look at that.
Oh, Stripes getting penalty.
Penalized himself because he jived too early.
But this is interesting. SMPJ Luca Peditro going towards the middle. Sean Bourne, he's the opposite side up here. He's followed by Jester. And if we're going straight to the opposite side, we have Bartlett Briggs coming to the left-hand side. But he will be behind of the 2 Italians. Yeah, and there SMPJ Luca has to tag to get in control of Bartlett Briggs. And Peditro, so Bartlett Briggs has to go all the way to the left side.
Wow. I think Sean Bourne looking really good to make this such a good position up there.
Can this be the first Japanese victory in the VRI Sailing Club history? Or will the young Harry Potter SNPJ Luca sneak in the middle? Wow, that's coming, but Peditro has to tag on. Jonathan Koch coming in. Bartlett Briggs under pressure, getting a penalty. So it's going to be SNPJ Luca or Sean Bourne who's going to take the win, but Peditro can get in top 3. No. Wow.
That's gonna be tight. But the race is far from being over at this point, so many things can happen.
Yeah. And we have some disconnections, so only 6 skippers back in the race. Some of the skippers getting a bad start, disconnected, and they don't care about the points here because they are not able to win. Wow. See how close they are. Peditro and SNPJ Luca. Right. Sean Bourne sneaking in. Bartlett Briggs disconnected. What happened? I think maybe it's the race officers doing something, saying they have to race again because the Finnish boat wasn't with them when they started the race.
Okay, they're aborting the race.
We have an abort race. This could be so great. The young Harry Potter could win everything. No. It was such a good race.
Right, it was tight all around for sure.
Dear race officers, never abort a race like this, but it's okay. We saw that the Finnish boat was not in the race from the start.
Right.
We said it, we mentioned it, they already started it, and he actually tried to get online there riding in time, so he wasn't doing a mistake at all. This was a too early start.
It's all good, okay. Wow. That was exciting though. I thought, what happened all the spring and boy.
I hope so much to see the young Harry Potter of e-sailing taking a win here. just before the World Championship in Bermuda, because there he really needs to do his skills against Barter Briggs, L1, Willis the 7-1, First Loser, Lenora, and we can continue saying Havuk. Also, it's
right. It's amazing how good these racers are, because they keep showing up on top. And when you follow the Esailing for a while now, it's these names are always there, and it's not because you're not a good racer. It's because they practice, they race. You see them every day on the track, every day practicing for an hour or two or even longer, and that's why they are so good. And not just since yesterday, but for a year or longer. So pretty impressive.
We had an interview with Confluentia. He's a non-sailor. That's also why he's calling himself actually a non-sailor. And
Right.
he's telling us that he's doing practice 10 to 12 races a day.
Right.
Then multiply that with 7 to 10 minutes.
Oh, believe me, I know. I've done my share of racing every day, and again with these new barrels, it's so much more able. I'm more able to do it. To be honest with you, because I get the barrels. I can open them up. Ooh, I got J points. Boom. I can use rails help. Boom. Off I race. I may not buy all 5 of them because I don't need them. It depends what race I do. But I definitely want best VMG. You always want best VMG. Then most of the time you want the wind, so you can see where the wind is coming from. And then the third depends when you do like the reaching start on the Nacra 17. You also want definite time to the start, but only for those races. And then ley line is also quite important if you don't know how to guess where you are compared to the mark. So it's good to have ley line, but the most 2 important is best VMG and the wind.
The wind. Okay, I'm a little bit opposite, but I'm not the top sailor myself. I have best VMG, and then I love to have my how long distance there are to the starting line. That's it. Then we can do the most races, and today just before going to Barcelona, I played against Steve and some of the others. I was just online for fun, and Steve, he was winning the 3 races we were doing, but I got second, and he said, "Thomas, how are you doing? You normally don't race this." No, I normally don't race this, but I got second because I've been watching what players are doing here in the race when commentating Esailing TV, so I could time everything well. Just best VNG and the starting, how long to the starting line, because according to me, 40% of the race are the start and the first race up leg, and then we have the rest of it.
Right. I was similar as you were, but then after practicing and learning from Le Manoir, I've noticed how much the wind can help, especially at the start. So I changed my mind. So if I would have chosen 2, those are my favorites. And
and I just have to say the next race has started, but 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 races. Who are we missing? We don't want the restart of this middle race. Cool Running is there. Sean Bourne is there. Barter Briggs is there. SMPJ Luca. We are missing, Peditro is there. Villister 7-1 is missing in this race. So
we'll find out. Somebody's kind of kicking in a moment. Why only 8? What?
No, it looks like we're going to go. So maybe he just got offline. No, he's still online. We can see 3, 2, 1. There's the go. It's SMPJ Luca with the best start, but this time Barter Briggs is with him. A false start to Sean Bourne. So they switch position, Bart and Sean Bourne. Sean Bourne and Barter Briggs. So unlucky for the Japanese boat.
Right. So now you're seeing they're all sailing to the left, into the lighter wind. But if you look at the wind sockets, once they tack over, they will be sailing with the wind and have a really good advantage. Whereas Cool Running all the way to the right, it's not going to have a good angle to the wind, even though he has more wind. So in this case, That's why I like the wind sockets, because it really helps you to understand where to be on the course when you're racing like that.
But we can see our young skipper SNPJ Luca. He's under pressure now because Bartle Briggs, Peditro 22, they are in front of him. But
Right.
he's still part of the race. He's only 6 meters behind. Sean Bourne is almost out of the race already upwind. He's all the way behind there. So this was not a good idea for him to get a new race.
Right. It's not as exciting as the other one was.
Bartle Briggs, Peditro 22, SMP, J. Luca has to go all the way behind Jonathan Koch. The Finnish boat, Stripes, Sean Bourne, and Cool Running. Sean Bourne in the last position. It's all about what's going to happen in front. It's Bartle Briggs, it's Peditro, it's Jonathan Koch. Oh,
And you're gonna try. They're both throwing wind shadows on them. Boom, boom, boom. So now Jonathan Koch no longer continuing throwing the wind shadow on. He's going to focus on the mark coming down right now, and see what happens. Ooh, he's going to the left. Interesting choice.
Still Bartle Briggs in front, getting a penalty to Jonathan Koch. Stripes getting a penalty by SNPJ Luca because he actually got too close, so SNPJ made the final attack on him. But SNPJ Luca is 23 meters behind, so it's going to be Bartle Briggs, Peditro 22 going to fight for the leading. SNPJ Luca needs to get 4th or 3rd to keep his position at top, getting a penalty by the Finnish boat this time. So he's losing his momentum. What an unlucky race this time. This race over means that Bartle Briggs is going to win everything. Peditro 22 is going to top 3. And SNPJ Luca and Sean Bourne is the big losers of this.
Right now in 5th, right?
Yeah.
6th.
They had such a good race there. They had such a good race. But it's going to be Bartle Briggs in the win. Nobody can get into him. Jonathan Koch can fight a little bit against Peditro 22. The Finnish boat in 4th. Sean Bourne now in 6th. So he's going to finish in front of SNPJ Luca. And then SNPJ Luca might come in 7th. But let's see what happens. Peditro under attack. He needs to defend his 2nd position. This means that the Finnish boat can sneak in from behind. But let's see what happens. It's Peditro 22, it's Bartle Briggs. It's a win for Bartle Briggs. Congratulations for him to winning the club race. Then we have Peditro 22 coming in here. There he goes. Oh, it's so close. Jonathan Koch 3rd. The Finnish boat 4th. Sean Bourne 6th. SNPJ Lucas 7. Stripes 8. And Sean Bourne, he got in 5th. So nice race by him. So win for Bartle Briggs, Peditro 22 and 2nd, Jonathan Koch 3rd, Finnish boat 4th, Sean Bourne 5th, SNPJ Lucas 6th, Cool Running 7th, Stripes 8, actually a non-sailor in position 9. Push. So unlucky by our young Harry Potter in Esailing.
Right. And Bartle Briggs, once he's up front, is hard because he just knows how to read the weather, right?
And let me just go to the opposite computer here and do the calculations so we can have an end of this race of today. Bartle Briggs with a victory. He's ending up with 18 points. Peditro 22, he's ending up with 29 points. SNPJ Luca ending up with 29 points. Sean Bourne ending up with he got 5th, so ending up with 25 points. So it's Bartle Briggs 1st, Sean Bourne 2nd, SNPJ Luca and Peditro 22 are sharing 3rd. So it's all about how they're saying who's 3rd and 4th. So good races today, Norman. Good races. Sadly, we got a restart in the last race, the middle race, because it was very interesting race we had before the restart. But that's what's happening in sailing.
It's always fun to be part of this Esailing TV. It's fun of being of the club and having fun with you guys out there listening. And please put any comments out there. Like us, whatever you do, and ask questions. We have many. We always love to answer questions for sure.
Always. And Norman, I just have to say, what a pleasure to have you in studio tonight. Have fun over in Sarasota, Florida. What's the time by you?
We have at 5:31 p.m. So it's time for sure.
Here it's almost middle of the night. It's 11:30 in the night, so I'm going to bed and hit the bricks. So all of you, thank you for watching. It's been a great pleasure to stream the Virtual Regatta Online Sailing Club for all of you today. Some of the top skippers in the world was in that race, and some of them are going to Bermuda next week.
See you in Bermuda. Bye.
Bye.
Have fun.
Hi, thank you for watching Esailing TV. You can follow us on different social medias online. Go to twitch.tv/esailingtv and follow us, or just go to Twitch, write Esailing TV in the search area. Then you come to our channel. Here you can scroll down, see the rest of the social medias we are on. YouTube, Facebook, homepage. Please subscribe. Get direct notifications when we are online. You can also go on the videos. If you didn't watch the last live show, you go here and see it. You can also see some of the clips we are doing, or clips some of the other viewers have been doing. Are you more the Facebook type? Then please go to Facebook, write Esailing TV. Then you will get to our Facebook page. When you're in the Facebook page, you can see the live shows. We're doing live shows on 2 channels, Twitch and Facebook. But when you're scrolling down, you will also see clips, small clips, learning videos of what we're doing. Here we're attacking people. Here we're attacking sports federations. So a lot of people will know that we are live. Please share, please like, please follow us. We're also on YouTube. Go to YouTube, write Esailing TV. If you're going on Esailing TV, you can see a lot of videos. Right now, more than 100 videos are online. Here you can go back in time, see some of the races, or see some of the really good duels we have. You can also see a learning video. We're placing everything up there, but we're not sending live on YouTube. I just have to say thank you for following Esailing TV. Please subscribe, please like, please share what we're doing. Together we're growing Esailing TV and Esailing in total. Thank you for watching.